What's up, folks? It's the 8 to 5 trader giving you guys my trades for the day. Not gonna lie to you, I'm a little tired today, but we're gonna go ahead and get this over with. But today I am minus 23.62. At the commissions, I'm minus 51. I actually fought back from like minus 80 today. I had a few miscues. I essentially missed all of the good trades today. Damn, PLTR went that high up. Yeah, that's crazy. I was wondering was this gonna be a runner all day, and it really was. But I made some good trades and I made some bad trades. Really, it was mostly mistakes today. But we're gonna talk about it. So first one was Snap. I essentially missed all of my actual strategy today. Um, I missed this at open. I said that this was gonna drop, but I wait 5 minutes and I end up missing this nice drop down through VWAP. But I caught it to a long. That's actually a part of my playbook or my strategy is when it comes down like that. A lot of times it pops back up, and I was going to ride that wave up. I went long, small size 54 shares. Then I added into it, and then I accidentally covered, or actually I hit the cover button on my montage right here, the cover all button. And what it does is, well, actually no, I tried to hit the partial button. So I tried to partial out, and then it actually sold shares and flipped to a short. So yeah, either way, I messed the trade up, and I ended up having to sell everything or cover everything prematurely. Either way, I messed up the trade, but it still ended up popping up, and I missed out on that. But I made $8 on it before it ran, and then I flipped to a short over here prematurely. Wasn't ready for the move, and then I ended up stopping out before it sold off. So lost $18 on that. I'm a bit bummed about this because I kind of feel like I jumped the gun, but I feel like I didn't want to miss it. I felt like the move was there, but I just missed out. I was worried about getting squeezed out. So either way, premature trade. PLTR. I traded this for a high of break, the break of high a day. I was looking at this for a short after this. I missed this. Was looking right at it and missed it. So I took it long. Went somewhat decently heavy. I think I did. Let me see. I did. How many shares did I go with this? I went 204 shares. So I did like 2K buying power and added into it. It popped up, took a partial, then it stopped me out before it actually ran back up. But you guys can see that was nothing in the grand scheme of things. How it went all the way up to 2169, well above, way up there. So nothing compared to what the actual move was. But I looked at this for a short later on right here. I missed out. Yeah, I looked at this for a short. By this time, I had gotten back to break even. I decided not to pull the trigger, but these were really good shorts based on my strategy for waiting for the 2 minute setup on the indecision and it falls over. So definitely good opportunity for some quick money. NIU, a bit bummed out about this one. I jumped the gun also on this. Was looking for pullback to VWAP or to the moving averages, but I didn't wait for a good enough signal for this move, so I ended up going pretty heavy on this. 160 shares, but as you guys can see, between here and here is 30 cents, so that was definitely like $48 I could have easily lost, but I stopped out fast after the move wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And then when I actually got some kind of a bit more confirmation, I went long, 62 shares, got a partial, then I added heavy, hoping it will continue to pop up. Realized it lost steam, then I sold everything, made some profits on that, but yeah, I stopped out when the price action didn't want to. I was hoping that after the momentum came in, it would just pop up and give me a nice grab to the 20, but it never came, so I ended up stopping out. LI, definitely messed up this. Um, Big time actually. I messed this up pretty bad. So again, missed the short to the downside. It wasn't as clean, but on the 5 minute it was beautiful. It moved down through VWAP. It came back up, and I looked at this for a long, just like I did with Snap. Except I got in long, it popped up and it came back. I went long at 41.87, 175 shares. It popped up and came back down. I lost 3 cents on that, so no big deal. But then I flipped to a short. So this is when I was flipping, jumping in and out of trades too fast. So I jumped in and went short, thinking we are gonna get a wash down, which came, but I was just too early. I didn't wait for some type of indecision. Plus, I went short at the moving averages, which I try not to do. But you know how it is. You kind of in that moment, it just happens. But took 118 shares here. Tried to go short, stopped out. My original stop was originally I think above the break of this candle, so I think I would have gotten stopped out either way. But the price action did sell off to an extent where I could have got out at either break even or with some kind of profits, but it is what it is. But then I got back in, and this is the one I kind of regret. I saw this perfect setup, indecision up here popped up. It had squeezed up really big, and I knew it was going to come back at some point to test these moving averages to kind of allow other people to get in and take profits. We threw somewhat of indecision here. Then we threw a hammer. I went short, and my original stop was up here, and I think I only did $10 risk. So had my stop been hit, I only lost $10. And price action made the move, man, and I missed out. I missed out. That was let me see, 43.09 all the way down to 42.30. So that was almost a buck that I missed out on, and I had 47 shares. So I was already down like $70 at this point. At this point, I was trying to get back to break even. And yeah, it definitely got me back. But the one that saved me for the day was DKNG, and I didn't trade it as good as I would like, and I know that kind of seems weird when I made profits on it. But I originally said before the market opened that DKNG is going to sell off, and the reason I say that is because a lot of times we get this move where price action pops up and then it fails at some point as it's trying to break out. It's gonna sometimes pull back to that moving average, and that's what I was looking for. It didn't fully pull back, but I said like DKNG is possibly gonna sell off today, and that's what it did. That's what I was looking for, but I was trading all this other stuff at the time. Like I think I was in the LI trade around the same time along with Snap. But either way, I waited for the pullback to the non-moving average. I have another trade in my strategy in my trade book called "Kiss Off the Nine." That's just what I call it because it kisses the nine and then it goes back. It's just an easy way for me to label a pullback. So it kissed the nine right here, which is the non-moving average, that purple line. Then the blue is the 20, the green is the 50, the yellow is the VWAP. It pushed off of that. I went short as it was coming back down. I think my stop was like right here. I partialed out. Once we got this indecision here, I took a big chunk off half because I knew at this point there's a good chance it's going to pull back. It did. Once it started to come back down, I did a free roll, which allows me to add more shares, but only risk my unrealized gains. I did that, which means that if I had got stopped out at the stop that I picked, I would have only, if I had $5 unrealized, I would have only lost that $5 unrealized, even though it gave me more shares to complement that amount of risk, if that makes sense. So I stopped out, didn't lose anything, went on the ad, but you guys can see I literally got stopped out 1 penny off once again, and then the market sold off again. And then I waited. I flipped to a reversal. I caught the reversal at the bottom, went long, partial twice, then got a stop out right here, break even. And then I saw this coming, but I didn't take it because I was like, at this point, I'm near break even. I will take minus 23 after coming back. This is a strategy we use in bear bull traders called the Pearson fail. Basically, price action, it bounces off or hits the ceiling on resistance and comes back down. And basically, it goes back up, tries again, busts through that wall or the floor, and then it comes back as the market makers grab those orders and then bring the price action back down. So what happened here, you guys can see this by all of this volume right here. This is 638,000 shares worth of volume. It broke. You can see on this counter too, it broke. Like you can see this counter. This counter was kind of big for 368,000 shares that was traded, and then this candle was 276,000 shares and didn't have as much volume. Either way, it broke, pushed down, made in this a hammer. Then we had this indecision doji candle. I looked at this. I said I could go long, but I decided not to, and that was the actual move that I wanted. And as you guys can see, it went all the way up to previous day close and went red to green. Red to green temporarily. So either way, it is what it is. I think I traded well. I just made some mistakes, but I'm glad that I can. When I have those mistakes, I can still kind of come back from it. But yeah, this is the beginning of the week. So Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Keep green.